2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trailblazers up against the Magic in Orlando. Well, for Orlando, they've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2 wins to none. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. Hey, a chance now to watch C.J. McCollum in action. Definitely one of the sharpshooters in the league, but you don't often hear his name mentioned among the elite. Do you guys feel like he may be underrated as a shooter?
I think he's definitely underrated. He's as dead-eye as most players in the league. Incredible percentages from the floor and from beyond the arc. This guy can shoot the ball.
What probably people forget about is the fact that he can get to the rim so easily. That's why they don't pay attention to the dead-eye shooting. But he's a dead-eye shooter. Tie check?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was an audible yawn we heard from that side of the set. What gives?
That's because I'm dead-eye tired. That was terrible.
Whatever that
No, that was
means.
good.
Kevin Harlan. He understands everything, and he's standing
too many
by with the
donuts.
call next.
Live from Orlando, 2K Sports proudly brings you the Magic at Amway Center. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. For the Portland Trailblazers, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Heat in Miami.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
Yeah, it just looked like, and I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but just never comfortable in this game. And the line certainly is one of those places where that could show up.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Portland, Lillard and McCollum, the star-studded backcourt. Evan Turner is out there with Davis, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. On offense, here are the Magic. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Just didn't like the energy level in that one, and that offensive execution also was lacking.
Well, they made a few shots, Greg, but just wildly inconsistent.
Now about halfway through the season, Brent, some teams looking great, but we still have a long way to go. We're talking about an 82-game schedule that is meant to put teams and players really to a full test.
Yeah, it's really something. I oftentimes find myself, Kevin, looking back after 14 years of playing at a team's schedule for an upcoming season, and I scratch my head and I go, wow, I used to do that? I mean, that's not easy to do.
It's very difficult. I agree. The shot's good from Fournier.
And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Lillard outside. The dish to Nurkic. And Vucevic pulls it down.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
Now Ross. 17 points for him last game against the Clippers.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
2 on the clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And it's Vucevic missing. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Nurkic.
Now McCollum a blur that time in transition. A quick-footed guard who runs the floor like a gazelle.
Vucevic setting the pick for Augustine. To the middle. Fires from 18. And it's good off the back rim and in. Vucevic has got his second basket.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Lillard against Augustine. With some arc. Lillard misses. Orlando, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Fournier. Tries again. Vucevic. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Nurkic. And stolen by Fournier. And the pass to Vucevic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Vucevic has got 6.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Screen by Nurkic. Turner dishes to Nurkic. Shot clock at 5 over Gordon, and it's blocked by Gordon. And it's out of bounds to Portland. I'll retain possession. Here's Lillard. 14 points from him the last game against Miami.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
And here's Augustine after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. McCollum against Ross. Kicks it to Vucevic. 6 on the shot clock. Count it. 8 points for him.
Yeah, he's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Back to Turner. Screen by Nurkic. Turner inside. Defended by Gordon. The shot by Turner no good. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Frank Vogel. And Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, he said they'll try to take advantage of their athleticism and explosiveness. They'll try to drive the lane and finish. In fact, he told me that's what the fans come to see, and that's one of our strengths. So, no question, we want to get to the rack as often as possible. No surprises tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Lillard again missing. Magic leading by 5. Fournier with the ball. Picked up by Turner. Augustine against Lillard. Back to Fournier. The Magic get another chance here. Back to Ross. Picked by Vucevic. Ross kicks to Vucevic. Here's Fournier, and it's sent back by Turner. And it's McCollum off the drive. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. And Terry Stotts now in his 6th season as head coach in Portland. Talk about the job, Brent, he's done with the Blazers.
Well, again, Kevin, his connection to Damian Lillard as the player that they thought was going to carry the franchise forward, especially after the departure of LaMarcus Aldridge. I think that's one of the key components of the Blazers and where they want to go. I think Terry can share the vision of the front office and the vision for any given team with Damian Lillard. And then he goes out there and tries to carry out some of the things that he hears from him.
The score now all even.
CJ, such an effective two-guard, not just a shooter and a great shooter at that, but a capable passer when his teammates are open.
Now here's Vucevic. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Clippers.
He also had 2 blocks that really impacted that game, guys. He really made his presence known.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a 6th sense of where that rebound is going. Here's Fournier following the score by Damian Lillard. Gordon a screen. Fournier passes to Gordon. Back to Fournier. Gordon with a screen on Turner. Here's Fournier. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Just like it when he gets in there. McCollum using his wingspan to take advantage.
Lob pass to Gordon. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
Yeah, a few of their reserves got some decent minutes that night, and they took the opportunity and ran with it. A lot of scoring coming off the pine in that win.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Here's Napier, guarded by Simmons. Oh, that's blocked.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Trailblazers.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
And that one falls for Spates. And Maurice Spates, the stretch big man, has always had a good mid-range shot, Brent, but when he was with the Warriors, you may recall, he was able to expand his range out to 3.
Well, there's something that goes along with winning, and I think that's a tremendous amount of confidence. So after Maurice Spates got the championship ring, I think he brings some of that leadership and locker room mentality that you need on a winning team. Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
Connaughton kicks to Harkless. Pass to Connaughton. The feed to Napier. Trying his luck deep, and it's Orlando with the rebound.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And a wide open look for Simmons. Simmons missing again. The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Brent, 15th overall is where you were drafted, right in the middle of the first round. A very nice place to be. Talk about the nerves waiting for your name to be finally called by the commissioner on that podium.
Well, Kevin, I wasn't nervous, and I'll tell you why. Actually, I was nervous, and it was more about the captain landing the plane. You and I have shared this story, and I'll share it with you again. During that draft, I was actually on an airplane and did not see one moment of the NBA draft in 1996. So My biggest nerves were that the pilot was going to bring the plane down safely, and then I watched the draft on VCR about 2 hours later.
No kidding.
That's the truth.
Wow.
So the best part about that, Kevin, I'll tell you this, is the fast forward button.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't the first pick. We could fast forward that, or the second, or the third, and we got to that 15th pick, and what an honor to have my name called in the first round of the NBA draft.
An honor indeed. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And for the Magic, it's really been a musical chairs with their coaches. A lot of churning on the roster, but the pieces still have yet to gel. And honestly, it's been a mess.
Connaughton, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And if you're running the Magic, Greg, what's the roadmap to contention?
Well, first and foremost, it's always going to have to start through the draft. I mean, you've got to be able to get core pieces there. And then you want to continue to add perimeter shooting and focus on developing your young talent based on the way the game is played today.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
This Blazer team has some good continuity and some good chemistry. It's a young roster, and they get along pretty well. They've got 2 studs, obviously, at the guard position, and they keep improving.
Good on both. And from team dinners to off-season trips to train together, this Blazers team, Brent, led by Damian Lillard, has made the effort to get to know one another off the floor.
Well, that absolutely helps with the lines of communication, that it's always respectful, and sometimes it can be competitive and heated, but that's all right. Mostly for the young guys, the cool thing about it is that they feel a connection to the guys who've played several years in the league, and that helps them settle into their first year.
So it's Portland now, following the bucket by Orlando. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Napier's got his first 2 points of the night.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
Here's Connaughton. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Orlando trailing here. Mack with the ball. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Inside. Outside for Simmons. It's good from long range.
You can see Spates has played in some pretty good offenses with pretty good passers. It's definitely influenced him.
Here's Connaughton. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Collins dishes to Napier. Collins, a screen on Simmons. Aminu fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
That's a great look for Aminu, who has the athleticism and long arms to do damage inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
One shot, gentlemen.
And the Blazers trade last year for Yusuf Nurkic, looking pretty good in hindsight. He gives them some heft on the inside, a low post presence that they haven't had since LaMarcus Aldridge departed. So for a team that was thought of as a little bit soft, there's a little more meat on that bone.
No good from Spates. Portland's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. And it's sent back by Spates.
Not known as a shot blocker, but the effort from Spates got him in the right spot, and he affected the shot.
And let's quickly check in on the season's top rookie rebounders so far. And you look at Collins, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game.
Already in his first season, he's really a man in the paint, ready-made with the strength and determination to make his presence felt.
That's good from Isaac. And with Nurkic, it's not just his size that's impressive, also very skilled.
Well, he's a good playmaker at 23 years old, and you also throw in the first-round draft pick that they got from the Nuggets, so it ended up being a very fortuitous trade for the Blazers to set up the roster for the upcoming season.
And Portland making a change here. Davis is checked in, and he can't hit the second.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
Napier kicks to Connaughton. There's 1:40 left to play in the first quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Davis. Here's Collins, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Here's Matt. Portland making their last shot. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Aminu against Simmons. Feeds it to Mack. Spates sets a screen. Mack the pass to Spates. Wow. Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession.
And a quick review looking at some numbers here for Simmons. Averaging 9 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
Now here's Spates. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Back to Mack. They set the pick. Pass to Isaac over Davis, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Here's Napier. He had 15 points last outing. Here's Aminu from outside off the mark. And here is Matt. Just his first attempt. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by a bucket. 2K Sports back in a moment from the Amway Center. And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic demeanor on the floor.
I was taught to, never let anybody see how you feel. I kind of just embraced it, for my entire life. Just, you wouldn't know if something was going on in my life or not, because as long as I'm taking care of business and doing what I need to be doing, that's all that matters.
I would say we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of business.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
Shelvin Mack is out there with a floater. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Maurice Spates, and it's Isaac in at the 4. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Now Flalo kicks to Mack. The shot goes down, and he gets this game back to even. Mack's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Magic. Here's Connaughton. He feeds it to Collins. Pass to Connaughton. He dishes it to Collins. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Collins has got the lead up to 2 now for Portland. The Magic shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Simmons against Aminu. Spade sets a screen for a follow. And Davis sends it back.
Great anticipation. Davis light on his feet and using that 7'2" wingspan sends that one back.
Napier kicks to Connaughton. Now here's Davis. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Sinks the three-pointer. And it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead. For Orlando, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, the Orlando Magic do have a stacked front court. They've got plenty of size. Head coach Frank Vogel said, in today's small ball NBA, we think we can beat the heck out of teams in the paint. But shooting has been a hindrance, and he conceded we might have to win some games, 68-65. Kevin?
Going against the grain, DA. Thank you. Portland with the ball after Aaron Aflalo getting his shot to go from deep. Aminu dishes to Davis. Offensive rebound. Collins. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Collins has got 4 points this quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. We've seen the shift in offensive strategy. Brent, more threes, more spacing, better flow, opening up driving lanes and opportunities to make at least one quick move to the basket. What have defenses been doing on the other side trying to counteract those trends?
I think the biggest trend that you see, Kevin, is the switching defenses. So many rosters now constructed of guys who have the ability to get off of a screen and to pick up a perimeter player. And that's not for 24 seconds, but 5 or 6 seconds being able to contain dribble penetration and challenge deep threes. So the switching aspect of NBA defense, that is a trend.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Davis. Turner comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. McCollum's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Shabazz Napier. Now here is Augustine. 14 points from him the last game against the Clippers. Gordon the pass to Ross. Vucevic setting the pick for Ross, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
I give some credit to the screen out there. That totally freed up the shooter to take advantage of that look.
Basket counts. Turner's got 5.
More and more, Damian Lillard becoming that dangerous playmaker. Does a great job there finding the open man.
Now here is Augustine. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Vucevic. Lillard with the rebound.
And I know we want to assume these shots are going in. The defense definitely blew an assignment there, but still got lucky.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Excellent job by Nurkic to go right into the defense and get hit. Then he buries the shot.
Right, you take a look at Nurkic, young and full of potential. He's still learning how to make the most of his abilities.
Yeah, the Bosnian Bear, Nurkic, had some tough times in Denver as Jokic started to emerge. And there was talk about him sulking and pouting just a little bit, still a young player. But the opportunity now in Portland with established stars in Lillard and a rising one in McCollum could be exactly the type of recipe for success that he was looking for.
The Magic trail by 7. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Elbow shot. Another miss by Vucevic.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Dishes it to Turner. Here's the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. 8 points for Evan Turner.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Augustine. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Damian Lillard.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
2 shots, gentlemen.
The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. A free throw drops for Augustine. Both free throws good from Augustine. Trailblazers leading by 8. Collins, a screen on Fournier. Screen by Nurkic. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. And again, it's Portland converting.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Now Gordon. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Now here's Turner. He's coming off a 10-point game against Miami.
Yeah, but it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game. And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
Here's Lillard. He's got 5. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Man, at the point guard position, are you kidding me? Explosive scoring ability and body control. That results in a bucket and a free throw.
And one of the most dangerous shooters in the league, Damian Lillard, only needs a sliver of daylight grade to get that baby off.
Yeah, I mean, he'll brush off the comparisons to Steph Curry, but he presents some of the same problems for the defense. Deep range, a quick release, and just one of the nastiest step-back jumpers in the game.
Free throw good from Lillard.
Well, if there's a Rubik's Cube of scoring in the league, Lillard has figured it out, including getting to the free throw line.
Gordon with the screen for Augustine. He kicks it to Gordon. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And Aaron Gordon, the athletic Aaron Gordon, playing much of last season at the small forward position during Serge Ibaka's short-lived stint in Orlando.
Yeah, and while he was excited to stretch his skill set, pretty clear it was a bad fit, especially in today's NBA. Gordon is a power forward, period. The Magic invested the 4th pick on him in that 14 draft, and they have to give him minutes at his natural position as his game continues to evolve.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line. Hey, Brent, it's been said before that champions have no off season. Thinking about that, what's your take on the balance between resting your body after a long year versus really pushing the strength and conditioning that could take you to another level the next year?
Well, I could throw it back at you, Kevin, and ask you about as you get older and your body changes, you have to do different things, right?
And more, yeah.
Right. So in your younger years, if you don't make the playoffs or you're in the playoffs, maybe to take 1 month off and get right back into the gym, your body's ready to do that and in tune. Take a player that's 10 years down the road, there's no reason for you to push your body. You can be a little more specialized and be a little more efficient in terms of what you do in the off season to get ready for what a training camp represents, and then of course the upcoming season.
Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Vucevic with it. 8 points for him. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
A lot of this is just poor effort right now. He knows what the timing of the play should be. He gets a little lazy about what it could be.
Now here's Lillard. 8 points for him.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And Fournier kicks to Ross. Back to Fournier. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. That one doesn't go. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. The Magic trail by 7. And here's Augustine. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Ross against McCollum. Ross passes to Gordon. And yes, it's good. Gordon's got 7 points.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Now here's Lillard. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. To the inside. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle too.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And C.J. McCollum, the league's most improved player in 2016, won it easily.
I like the quiet confidence of C.J. McCollum, who just was waiting for the minutes. I think he felt like he was capable of doing these things. He just needed the time. And with the time he got, he took full advantage of it. One of the best scorers now in the NBA.
One shot, gentlemen.
They throw good, McCollum.
And since Dwight Howard back in 2012, the rebuild effort just has languished here in Orlando, unable really to draft any superstar talent. And last season, trades for veteran talent didn't really move the needle either.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard dishes to Turner. Passes it to Nurkic. Shoots over Vucevic. Again, the Trailblazers score. And Greg, when you look at the Magic, do you see a plan or a roadmap here?
Well, you look at that trade for Serge Ibaka going into last season, and that was probably a sign that ownership was growing impatient. They wanted to cash in their chips and really go for it. And now they might need a rebuild from that rebuild.
You're right. Now, here's Lillard. 8 points for him. McCollum kicks to Lillard. 6 to shoot. Out to Turner, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. And here's the shot chart as we see how things are going for Vucevic.
And when you look at this shot chart, you get a good visual of just how often they are settling for something outside. They have to know that this defense wants them to take those kinds of shots, and they would be a lot better off if they recommit to attacking the basket.
The Magic trail by 8. Augustine passes to Fournier. Lets the 3 fly. Orlando getting another chance here. Doesn't go for him. Portland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. McCollum kicks to Turner. Lillard outside. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. Back to Nurkic. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. The 2K leaderboard is on the screen now to reveal the dominant scores in the NBA over the last month. Damian Lillard third.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
I think it's been a long rebuild for the Magic, but they really feel they've got a plan in place.
Well, you've heard the front office talking that they're going to win at least one championship by the year 2030. And I got to say, that's an interesting quote, to say the least. I mean, I have heard of a 5-year plan, but a 13-year plan, I guess you'd call that building for the long term.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Ed Davis is checked in for Nurkic. Aminu comes in for Turner. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for McCollum. And it's Napier in for Lillard. And here are the Trailblazers now. Here's Napier. 5 points in the game. Davis sets a screen. There's the screen from beyond the arc. Trailblazers keep it alive. The second chance effort, Aminu, and it's sent back by Spates. Now here's Matt. Tight defense on him. The shot by Spates. Nobody around. That misses off the backboard. Here's Aminu. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Afflalo outside to end the drought. Aminu grabs the miss. Aminu's got 5 rebounds tonight. Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Fellas, Al-Farouq Aminu has established himself as a great defensive player, and he wants that recognition. He said, my goal every year is to be Defensive Player of the Year. I want to guard 1 through 4 and even 5 sometimes. I want it to be known that I'm a great defender, and I want the league to recognize that. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Aminu continues to prove his worth on the defensive end. His length and quickness certainly hard to deal with. That free throw missing. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. And Brent, with the big payroll for the Blazers, they've gone all in to win.
Well, some of the contracts that they signed are looking a bit questionable because their general manager felt like bringing everybody back was something that they could build on. And we'll see with the extension of McCollum looming. I know they felt like it was spend it or they're going to lose somebody. So they're all in. And could be a few more adjustments to the lineup before it's all said and done.
Here's Napier. Aaron Afflalo picking up that last basket. Napier kicks to Connaughton. Davis sets a screen. Shot clock at 6. The slam dunk by Aminu.
Great lateral movement by Davis to get in position for the screen. Something that won't show up in the stat sheet.
Mag dishes to Simmons. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Aminu. The pass to Connaughton. Fires for 3. Drops in the tray. Connaughton's got 5 now.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now here's Mack. pass to Isaac. There's the pick. Now Spates over Davis. And it's off the back rim. No good. And so it's Portland. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was where they really opened things up. They were by far the stronger team, both defensively and when they had the ball. Their 13-point halftime lead, no accident. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Orlando?
To fall behind like this at home after only one half is upsetting. We're not talking about an insurmountable deficit, but we're not talking about a small one either. They're going to have to play a good second half of basketball for a chance to win this.
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, folks. The downtown skyline of Orlando, Florida, looking especially striking tonight. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. The Magic trail by 13. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The incredible pair of Lillard and McCollum are at the 1 and 2. Nurkic is out there with Davis, and it's Turner in at the 3 slot. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner.
A moment now to see the numbers for Nurkic. Averaging about 11 points, 15 rebounds, and 2 assists. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah, this is what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to turn on. And right now, it is burning bright. He looks fantastic.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Here's Lillard. McCollum outside. The dish to Davis. Turner with the screen. Here's McCollum. Here's Nurkic. Another shot. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Augustine in the corner. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Lillard attacking. Great D that time from Vucevic.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Gordon up on top. Turner covering. Augustine with it. 6 points for him. No coverage that time. Ross has got the first bucket of the third here for the Magic.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And here's McCollum. He's got 11. Back to Lillard. Over Augustine. Good on the 13-footer. Lillard's got 10 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Augustine against Lillard. Here's Gordon. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Vucevic. 8th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation.
2 shots.
That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. The free throw drops for Gordon.
There's always talk about the Blazers because when you combine Lillard and McCollum, both at 6'3" tall, that poses a challenge for them defensively when you play them together in the backcourt, especially against some of the longer guards in the Western Conference.
Gordon hits both of them. And C.J. McCollum, a combo guard, but probably better defensively against point guards. Brent, do you think this tandem will work in the long run for the Blazers?
Well, you need some great defenders behind these guys, and maybe there's a chance because C.J. absolutely can handle some of the point guard responsibilities that there's a way to stagger the minutes so one of these players is on the floor at all times.
Augustine passes to Vucevic. Augustine against Lillard. And Augustine kicks to Ross. High arcing shot. A second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in. Ross has got 5 points in the quarter.
And this is what happens when you fail to block out.
Defensive rebounding just as important as causing the miss in the first place.
Now here's McCollum. 11 points in the game. Screen by Nurkic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That savvy little up fake there. Fooling the D. Lillard's got 14 points for the game. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And the Blazers have a number of playmakers on their roster, and I think that takes the offensive load off of guys like Lillard and McCollum to score. Maybe a reason why Evan Turner was added to the roster. Try to get some guys in motion, maybe less attention to these guys playing in isolation to create some scoring opportunities.
The Magic trail by 12. Vucevic setting the pick for Augustine. Kicks it to Vucevic. Shoots over Nurkic, and it's Vucevic missing. And for Damian Lillard, perhaps a sign of his unselfishness, Brent, willing to play at times without the ball in his hands.
I think he's welcomed the fact that having the ball and trying to create that many offensive opportunities on a nightly basis is not good for your health. So keeping your teammates involved, letting C.J. McCollum handle some of those responsibilities, even a playmaking big man, that's paying some dividends for Damian Lillard.
Collins checked in for Davis. Gordon dishes to Augustine. Vucevic the pass to Fournier. Over Collins. Vucevic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And Turner kicks to Lillard. The feed to McCollum. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. And we take a look here at the shot chart for Portland.
And this is what happens when you are having a tremendous offensive game. They are getting great looks and knocking down shots all over the floor. I don't think we're going to see them deviate from this approach from here on out. They've got the recipe for success.
Orlando with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. They set the screen. Gordon a screen. Gordon with a screen on McCollum. Here's Ross, and the jam by Ross.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Lillard dishes to Turner. Back to Lillard. Nurkic setting the pick for Lillard. Goes up on the wing. That's good on the jump shot. Lillard's got 16.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Augustine passes to Fournier. Gordon kicks to Augustine. Feeds it to Ross. No good on the three.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. And they dodged a bullet there.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Evan Turner, Brent, signed that big deal in the summer of 2016. That 4-year, $70 million deal with Portland. Do you think they're getting their money's worth?
I think the idea is to have a secondary ball handler out there, a guy that they can post up a little bit and still make plays. So the adjustment, not just Evan Turner in the new system, the guys that he plays with have to adjust also to his skill set. We'll see as the years go on how much Evan Turner helps improve what Portland's trying to do offensively.
The first free throw is good.
And the leadership that Evan Turner offers up can be a huge bonus. This is a guy who continues to accept and play well within his role.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And Brent, every year on average, it seems like players get a little taller, they can jump a little higher, they run a little faster. What are your thoughts about raising the rim above 10 feet where it stands now?
That's a great question, Kevin. I don't think that that's happening anytime soon, but
you had I can see you shaking your head and you kind of laughed at it.
I just can't see it
the
happening.
game is hard enough as it is right now, right? Is that what you're saying?
It is. I like your idea about making the court a little bit bigger, but 10 feet seems to be a pretty good number for where that tin sits.
About right, huh? The Magic trail by 14. Picked by Vucevic. Off the screen. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And Lillard kicks to Turner. And it's McCollum in the corner. Shoots over Fournier, and there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Turner. McCollum's got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers. Now a timeout called by Orlando. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, I know the defense has 5 guys, but collectively they're no match for this guy. He is roasting them.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Spates checked in for Vucevic. Isaac comes in for Terrence Ross. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Evan Fournier. And Max subbed in for Augustine. Portland also making some changes. Harkless is checked in for Nurkic. Aminu comes in for Turner. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Lillard. Now here's Spates. Got a piece of it. And he gets it back. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Portland leading by 14. Napier kicks to Harkless. Over Gordon. The shot by Harkless, no good.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Gordon. Now here's Matt. From 11 feet away. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Trailblazers on D. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Here's McCollum. He's got 13. Aminu dishes to Harkless. Back to Aminu. Pass to McCollum. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. Napier passes to McCollum. They get it back. Collins kicks to Napier. He feeds it to Aminu. Here's Napier. He's covered by Mack. Goes back up and misses it off the right side of the rim. The Magic trail by 14. Got a piece of it. He dishes it to Spates. Here's Isaac with nobody on him. He buries the jumper.
Yeah, and he's got a quiet confidence about him, doesn't he, guys? I mean, he's thinking about shooting the ball as the pass is coming.
Now here's McCollum. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And now, in transition, it's a Flalo. Here we go. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
One shot.
Free throw dropped for a Flalo. Portland leading by 9. Here's Napier. 5 points in the game. That's tipped. Now here's a Flalo. Back on top. Dishes to Spates. Pass to Isaac. Just 5 on the clock. And Simmons kicks to Spates. Over Harkless. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And how about Isaac? He just attacks the backboard, especially on the offensive glass, putting that height to good use.
Here's Napier. He kicks it to Aminu. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Aminu's got 9 points.
Well, some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
Now here's Matt over Aminu. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Aminu's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's McCollum. Rebound by the Magic.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
That's tipped out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. You can just chalk up the points when these guys get to the line. Here are your top free throw shooters for the past month. 5th best, C.J. McCollum.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Pass to Isaac. The 3. They grab their own miss.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
So it's Portland now after the Magic pick up 2. Aminu dishes to Collins. .144 left in the third. Aminu the pass to Harkless, and it goes down 2 points. Harkless has got his first points of the night.
Oh, man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
And Mack kicks to Spates. The 17-footer. That one a little long.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to stop.
Oh. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well. Here's Mack after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Pass to Isaac over Collins. Tries again, and it's good on the way in. Isaac's got 7 points.
And Isaac is rapidly becoming a load for the defense. He utilizes that huge frame to get the shot he wants in the paint.
Now here's Harkless. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. McCollum dishes to Napier. Here's Harkless. That shot missing. And Orlando the other way now. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
Some turnovers necessary. That one, not so much.
So for the Trailblazers, Davis comes in for Collins. And it's Pat Connaughton in for C.J. McCollum. The Magic trail by 9. Now Mack. Pass to Isaac. Another miss by Orlando. Here's Harkless. That one goes. Count it. Harkless has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
And so it's Portland holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, look, offensively, we're getting great looks. We're getting great threes. We're getting out. Just stay with it, all right? Keep knocking them down when they're there. Let's go.
Well, that's Terry Stotts happy with the pace right now and how they're running through options. They're on a roll right now, obviously, with the score.
Absolutely. This is how the offense is designed to work. Put the defense back on its heels and just keep attacking.
And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Aflalo is out there with Sheldon Mack. Then there's Maurice Spates. Then it's Simmons. And it's Isaac in at the 4 slot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Trailblazers leading by 9. Here's Napier. Here's the screen. Davis sets a screen. Aminu with it. Pass to Connaughton. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
Aminu has some all-around abilities, and I like to see him get going on offense.
Here's Spates. Good, and the nice assist from Mack.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Here's Napier. Connaughton kicks to Aminu. Davis sets a screen. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Harkless. Turner comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Lillard subbed in for Shabazz Napier. Clock at 6. Connaughton passes to Lillard. From outside the arc, connects from 3-point range. Lillard's got 14 points here in the second half.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Augustine dishes to Ross. Picked by Vucevic. Turner against Ross. Vucevic is screen on Turner. Here's Ross. Nurkic with the block.
Is this basketball or volleyball? Nurkic with the spike.
Over in the corner, Lillard. Turner against Ross. And Turner kicks to Connaughton. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Augustine passes to Fournier. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. With the teardrop, no good from Ross. Portland leading by 15. Turner dishes to Lillard. And the pass to Nurkic. Great D that time from Vucevic.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Connaughton kicks to Lillard. The dish to Nurkic. Davis, the pass to Turner. Back to Davis. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Lillard. That's in there. Davis with the assist. 24 points for Lillard.
Yeah, Lillard has that sneaky wingspan there and knifes inside for the bucket.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Augustine dishes to Vucevic. Kicks to Ross. Vucevic setting the pick for Ross. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Ross has got 9 points now in just the second half. Here is Lillard. There's the screen. Pass to Connaughton on the wing. Davis to the inside. Nurkic. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Fournier. Augustine in the corner. Gordon a screen. Augustine with it. Picked up by Davis.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
The Magic trail by 17. Three-pointer Augustine, and Davis pulls it down. And here's Portland. They're on a 13-5 run. Connaughton kicks to Nurkic. Shoots over Vucevic. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Augustine from outside sinks the triple.
You can blame some poor defense on that play. Just a total breakdown. Got to at least contest at some point.
And Lillard kicks to Connaughton. That shot off, and Orlando the other way now.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
And the basket by Gordon.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now, here's Lillard. Down low. Vucevic with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Clock at 6. Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession. The Magic trail by 12. Now the feed to Fournier. He dishes it to Ross. Stolen by McCollum. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Drops in the breakaway layup.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Gordon with a screen on Nurkic. There's a good screen to the inside. Vucevic.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Shoots over Fournier. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Gordon's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Near the three-point line, it's Augustine. Off target from the wing. Trailblazers leading by 12. Here's McCollum. Vucevic with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Shoots over Vucevic.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Great D that time from Vucevic. Ross in the corner. Takes the three. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around him.
Here's Augustine, following the score by Damian Lillard. Here's Fournier. Ross with a wide open look, and Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Portland's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. And Turner kicks to Lillard. And stolen by Gordon. Fast break. Here come the Magic. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Lillard, the pass to Turner. From the baseline. And that one comes up a bit short. The Magic trail by 10. Feeds to Ross. Vucevic setting the pick for Gordon. And Vucevic kicks to Augustine. Vucevic a screen on Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. No good that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. Lillard against Augustine. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
Yeah, and C.J. McCollum mostly plays at that off-guard spot with the Blazers, but on a lot of teams, you could see him as the lead guard. I mean, 6'3" in height, and his handles are elite.
One shot.
Free throw good. Damian Lillard. And C.J. McCollum can step into that point guard role very comfortably.
Yeah, I mean, he keeps it on a string going right or left. A terrific ball handler. Calling him a secondary ball handler is almost not doing him justice.
Now here's Ross. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 11 rebounds in the game. And it's Turner off the drive. Davis dishes to Turner. Augustine against Lillard. He feeds it to Nurkic. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And the Trailblazers lead by 15. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Well, this is a fresh start for the big guy, Yusuf Nurkic here. in Portland, where in Denver he was battling with the likes of Jokic, who ended up becoming one of the best centers last year in the NBA, even up there in the Rookie of the Year running. So a midseason trade has unleashed him, a new lease on life, and we'll see what he can provide for this Portland offense under Terry Stotts.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
Now here's Ross. Outside Gordon. Pulls up on the elbow. Rebound by Nurkic. And Nurkic, the 16th pick in the 2014 draft. Denver had a logjam at that center position once Jokic emerged as their star player.
Got to give Neil O'Shea some credit, recognizing that in Denver, between Nurkic and Jokic, they could get one of those big guys, and because of their logjam, O'Shea was able to pluck away Nurkic, who was unhappy with his playing time. Portland could make a nice home for him.
The Magic trail by 15. Now here is Augustine. Here's Vucevic, and he drops it in from the low post.
I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch, and then he just used his size as his advantage on the layup.
Lillard against Augustine. It's stolen by Vucevic. Orlando's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And the basket by Gordon.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Vucevic with the block. Augustine from outside gets it to go from beyond the arc. Augustine's got it back down to single digits for the Magic. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice statistic.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Now here's Turner. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
Here's Augustine after the made shot from Evan Turner. Picked by Vucevic. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. He hits the first one, and that brings them within single digits. Both free throws good from Augustine. Here's Napier. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over.
Connaughton passes to Napier. Shot and game clock separated by 5 to the right side. 5 to shoot. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Oh, and here we go. Isaac's got the fast break chance. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And so it's Portland winning this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Dame, you guys got off to a slow offensive start, but came back and got the win. What got going?
It wasn't the prettiest game. You know, we didn't shoot the ball well, but we just had to find ourselves. I think we did a great job of sticking with it. Some shots started to fall and we was able to pull away.
And that ball goes in the basket, everything changes, right? Thanks, Dame. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.